Loud. And we're going to begin seated today, and let us let us come to our seat. So coming into your seat, I have a folded up blanket that I like to sit on. It gives my hips a little height, which helps my spine to lengthen and my chest to open. Since I have a hardwood floor, I like to have a little extra cushion under my ankles. That just feels good. Coming into your seat, you can rock a little bit from side to side, from front to back. And it's so lovely to have a practice, to just have a practice where you can come into your body even a little bit every day. Even if you just take 5 minutes, you can spend 5 minutes a day and even just breath awareness. So as you come into your seat, finding a tall spine, bring a hand to your belly and a hand to your heart and feel the support beneath you. Feel your breath, taking a notice of your breath, inspiring your breath simply by breathing. You can sigh. Feel the warmth and gentle pressure of your hands on your body. Let your jaw relax. There is really no better known way to affect um, our well being, honestly, than breathing. Breathing and breath awareness. And today, in a little bit, we'll do some acupressure to assist with allergies and assist with breathing. If you come across any little colds from little people you interact with, or if you just have issues with the allergies, the pollens, and things of that nature. So we have so many tools, and it's fun to come together and share those tools. But the most important tool that you have is your breath. As you sit and you breathe, see if each exhalation can allow you to release and soften your shoulders, your jaw, your neck. Mm. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Sighing can feel so nice as well. You can move your legs around however you'd like as we begin. You're going to squeeze the area between your first finger and your thumb, the hagu point. This is a large intestine point. The large intestine and the lungs are metal element organs. This is a helpful place for releasing, just letting go in general, releasing tension from your lungs, encouraging your breath. If you're ever constipated, this is a good point too. It's large intestine, and we'll walk and take care of that. I think it's large intestine 4. There's a few other large intestine points on your first finger, but it's good for allergies, good for asthma, good for breathing. I'm going to do the other side. And kind of the rule of thumb with acupressure is to kind of find that place between like a good sensation. Like you want it to feel good. You don't want to, there's no need to press so hard that it hurts. But you're working into the soft tissue, into the connective tissue, Maybe close your eyes. You can notice different subtleties around this space. This is a place where we can hold a lot of tension. So, not only encouraging a release in your lungs, your large intestine, but also the softening of the fascia as well. You might feel referred pain, they call it, where you could feel like sensations up your arm in different places. And that's because everything's connected and the meridians run through the fascial system, through our connective tissue. The next point we're going to find is here on the back of the wrist. That's rubbing the back of your wrist, between the bones in your lower arm a little. This is another point. It's associated with the triple warmer, a fire element organ helping to balance your endocrine system, hormonal balancing. You can find it on the back of the wrist, and sometimes we also do it on the underside of the wrist, I guess we could call it. So you can kind of play around with your wrist. In general, this can feel kind of nice as well. Move your hand a little. And then let your wrist move around. Just this one wrist, kind of moving it, move your fingers. Oh, breathe. Again, you can shift your body however you need to. If your legs are uncomfortable, you can not have to sit like I am. You can always sit in a chair too. That's a nice option. And shake out your hands. Hmm. And do the other wrist. So rubbing your wrist, you can rub kind of the top of your lower forearm between these bones and the triple warmer, three heater, fire element, endocrine system. I like to think of it as like our heating and cooling system. The lower dantian is the third burner. It's the most important of the triple burners, where we can encourage chi to consolidate and be processed and redistributed to wherever it needs to go in the body. And we can go to the inside of the wrist as well. These are places also where people utilize these for nausea. You can use all these different areas for all kinds of benefits, but we're thinking primarily about allergies, headaches. Headaches, this is a good one for headaches. And then let that wrist move around. Just move your fingers one direction, other. And then shake it out. Rub your hands together. Hmm. And now take your fingers together. You can make them into little beaks, and you're gonna poke here where you're kind of at the inside point of your collarbones, under the inside of your collarbones as they move towards your sternum. It's actually a kidney acupressure point. This is kidney. When is it? Can't remember. I'm going to do a kidney point, and then there's also a lung point. The lung point is in the outer edge of your collarbones. We're just doing this one right now. Good for allergies, for stimulating your kidney chi, and we're focusing with our little laser pointer dragon's beaks. Again, you might feel tenderness. Breathe. Listen to your body. If something ever doesn't feel good, or you need to shift your awareness or your touch to a different place, do it. Take a deep breath and let it go. Now let your legs come out, extend them, bounce your knees. I love bouncing my knees. Windshield away for your feet. Point and flex your toes, move your ankles around. Roll your shoulders while you're here. We're going to do a little bit more upper body stuff before we focus on lower body things, points. So just kind of notice it, and your hands feel warm. You might find a wider stance. It feels good to me to do this because we'll have a little bit of lateral stretching, and I like that. Press your heels into the earth, toes point up. We did that last week as well. Take your fingers, 3 fingers-ish, and come to the edge of your collarbone, underneath of it where it meets your shoulder, sort of. I mean, it's all connected here. So have rubbing, making little circles. This is lung acupressure point. I think it's lung 1. Doesn't matter to know these things. It just offers a little bit of information that might be interesting. It feels tender, maybe. You can poke around, find the tender spot. Allergies, colds, processing grief, disappointment. Our bodies hold so many emotional charges also. And when we work with our body and we work with our breath, we encourage the release of that so that we can just feel as good as we can. Move your arm around a little bit. This is sort of like structural integration. Hold your fingers at maybe a tenderish point and just move your arm around one direction and then the other a little bit. If you've ever had structural integration massage, it's quite interesting. The massage therapist will find a trigger point. It's kind of a trigger point, you could call it, and maybe it radiates a little bit of sensitivity, or you can feel it referred pain in different areas. And then they'll have you move your body, and that encourages the release of that tissue. Now let your arms come down, release that. Bring your hand down to the ground. We're going to move that same arm. Lateral stretch, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. And then rotate your arms so your palm faces inward and sort of reach over. Ooh. And I'd like you to make some circles with your arm, like big circles. And this could be with the whole arm. This could be with your elbow, circles with your elbow. You might walk your fingertips of your landed hand, your earthy hand down, and press your palm into the ground. You could be up much higher than this, going one direction and then the other, regardless of where you are, pressing both heels into the ground, the backs of your knees into the ground, strengthening your legs as you do. Now, I'm gonna kind of reach out in front of you and then open up your arm. Maybe you look up and maybe your head follows your thumb, reaching out and back up. And I'd like for you to notice your breath. Maybe sigh, stretching all the way down your side. Bring your hand back down, come up, and be here for a moment. You might even cross your legs again. I'm going to go ahead and do that. That will feel nice to me. There's just a lot. Sometimes you can feel it kind of moving, this sensation of warmth or coolness. Being more sensitive to those sensations is helpful. It's helpful as we process them. Notice your breath. Notice all the stuff that happened on that side of the body. Find a smile. I'm going to come to the other side. So I'm going to uncross my legs again. I like the wide leg for this. It just feels good to me. Pressing your heels into the ground. Take your fingers, make some little circles where your the edge of your collarbone meets that whole shoulder joint that it is a part of. Feeling into tender spaces, pressing, finding the way that it feels nice, that kind of like good pressing, the way it feels if someone gives you a massage and you can tell they're getting into a knot, to a place that needs a little more encouragement. Breathing into that space, Then we'll play a little with our structural integration, moving your arm one way and the other as you hold your fingers, the flats of your fingers. Our hands are so cool because we can play with all of the different parts of our hands to encourage a massage that helps our energy to flow more balanced, more evenly. Yeah, and then bring your hand down. We'll do our little lateral stretch. Reach your fingers up. You can press this hand down, or maybe fingertips are tented. Play around with what feels good. Rotate your upper hand, palm faces inward and goes over your body. And then push yourself up a little. Make some circles. Bend your elbow. Let your elbow bend. Make some circles with your arm. And kind of opens you up. You maybe sweep your fingertips down on the ground. What's your head and neck doing? What are they supposed to do? Whatever feels good. Being aware, becoming more aware of the way that you move. Go the other direction with your circles. We walk around our houses without even thinking about the way that we move. We just like walk to the kitchen, walk to the living room, and don't even notice. The more awareness we bring to our experience, more enriching it can become. We enhance our perception. I'm going to reach up and then pull forward with your fingers. Maybe you even touch the ground. Really doesn't matter. You're opening your arm up and then lowering. Maybe your head follows, your gaze might follow your thumb. And make your way back up to his feet. Whoo, roll your shoulders up to your ears and back down. Feel all of the warmth or sensations through that arm. I'm going to bend your knees, bring your feet to the ground. Going to do another point. And it's where your big toe and first toe, I guess first and second toes, your great toe and your second toe meet in that little joint. You can kind of press with your fingers. You can do both at the same time. You could do one at a time. This is liver one. On the liver, a wood element point, organ, springtime, growth, and releasing um, anger, frustration. This is also a good one for allergies. These are all good allergy, lung, kind of respiratory issue points that I selected for you this morning on your menu, on your special seasonal menu. Alright, coming back up, and we're gonna let one leg fall in and out. You might bring your hands behind you. Just have my hands behind me and legs pretty far away from each other. One leg in and out. I absolutely love this internal and external rotation of my leg. It just, to me, it feels really good. I feel like I'm getting into some interesting places. You can relax into it. It's most important that you breathe, that breath being your uh, most amazing tool, your best tool for releasing tension in your body, for releasing tension in your mind. It's an excellent tool for well-being in general. Connecting with our breath is something that we don't do typically on a regular basis. Maybe you do, and if you have a practice of that, fantastic. If you can build a practice of it, I try to notice it, periodically throughout the day. It's not something that I don't sit and practice pranayama every day at all. I don't really practice pranayama at this moment in time, but I will notice my breath. Go the other. knee. Let it go in and out. You follow the cycle of your breathing until your mind starts to travel into another direction, and then you see if you can bring your awareness back. You can breathe into the tight spaces. If you feel tight in this is your tight hip, and you feel kind of tight on the outside of your hip or the inside of your hip, and just breathing into it, moving within your range of motion. When you bring breath and movement and intention, all of these things together, you have this really powerful elixir of life. Mm. And then when you smile, it's like extra potent. I'm gonna let both knees fall from side to side. I like to, as I do this, I like to let one hip rise. And depending upon what's going on behind you, you might turn this into like a twisty thing where you then reach behind you. I'm too close to my wall to do that, but you can do that if you're not so close to your wall, kind of turning it into a little more of a twist. It doesn't have to be graceful. Scooch off of my blanket to do it. How does it feel? It feels fun. That's the way you want it to feel. Ah, and I'm coming back to the center unless you're not done, and then you can keep going. I'm gonna come into a tabletop. And tabletop, changed my fold of my blanket. And I do have two blankets today, and you might find that you use both blankets toward the end of our practice. If you don't have them, that's okay. I just like to have props around and tabletop. Have some cats and cows. Opening up your chest and then rounding forward. Spread your fingers. Come back to center, pressing the palms of your hands, pressing that area, that hagu point between the first finger and thumb down into the ground. Bring your knees together. Stretch your right leg behind you. Press through your right heel. A nice stretch on the back of your leg. And breathe into that stretch. Have a lateral stretch here. You can walk your right foot over to the left and look over your left shoulder. Give your left side a squeeze and your right side a stretch. Squeezing and stretching is full for nourishing our internal organs. Going back to center, let your toes extend behind you again. And bring your knee down. Other side, left leg extends. Press your heel back and breathe into the stretch. And walk your left foot over towards your right. Look over your right shoulder, squeezing your liver. Breathing. Come back to center. Press your heel again. And bring your knee down. Child's pose. Maybe your big toes come together to touch. And as you sink down, let your ribs nest atop your upper legs. If they do, maybe your hips don't come down that far towards your heels. That's okay. They could be up higher. If your forehead can come down to the ground or maybe a folded blanket, you can just let your wrists relax, let your hands relax. Look for you to be able to rock your forehead from side to side, this calm the spirit point. Feeling the kind of dynamics of your ribs. If your ribs happen to be touching your upper legs, just kind of noticing them, shifting your weight a little from side to side. Maybe sinking your tailbone closer towards your heels if that's available to you. And then coming back into a tabletop, if it feels good, downward facing dog. Maybe curl your toes under, lift your hips, bend your knees, pedaling out your heels. If this doesn't feel good to you for the uh, variety of reasons, it might not. You don't have to do it. And if you like it, some of us like it, some of us don't. Kind of working with what works for you. If you're in downward dog, you can bend your knees, shifting your hips from side to side, pressing through your hands. And I want to feel like there's this line of energy from the palms of your hands, up your arms, up your shoulders, all the way up your spine to your tailbone. And take a deep breath and let it go. And to walk your hands towards your feet or come into a forward fold. However you do, I'm scooching my blanket off and let yourself ragdoll. You can step your feet rather wide and move your wrists. Let your upper body release. The more your knees bend, the more your spine will feel like it can relax forward, the more support your upper body feels like it has. And slowly roll up towards standing, sway, weeping willow yourself all the way up, and shoulders come up to your ears. They roll down. Roll your shoulders a few times. And then pause. Let your arms rest at your sides. Your feet are relatively far away from each other. Kind of notice how you feel. All of this activity, especially your hands and wrists, might feel warm or tingly. You might even feel fatigue a little bit in your wrists, your forearms, wherever you feel it from some of that activity we did. So, slowly open and close your hands. Just let them really slowly open as you inhale and close as you exhale. Bringing your breath into your hand. Then envisioning that as you inhale, your hands, your fingers expand like you're blowing air into balloons. And as you exhale, it's like you're letting the air out of the balloons and your hands kind of curl up into a little gentle fist. And we're breathing up and down the arms and into your hands. Now, of course, your lungs don't extend into your arms and your hands, but it is absolutely true that as you breathe, you can, and bring awareness and intention to your breath, you can affect other parts of your body. You can envision them opening up. And let that go and adjust yourself so that you can see me if you haven't already. And gonna just start by shaking your arms, just your hands. Shake your hands, shake your hands. And then we're gonna start to shake your arms, shake your lower arms, and then shake your upper arms, and then start to bounce into it. Now you're just kind of shaking your whole body. And I don't know how you can do this and not like chuckle to yourself because it's fun. It's funny. It feels good. Ah, sighs. You shake your body. And any tension is just rolling right off of you into the earth beneath you to be recycled. Let's swing our arms forward and back. And bend your knees as you do. You can hinge forward as much as you'd like. Open up your chest as much as you'd like. And let your arms come down. Pause. Feel your feet sink into the earth. Crown of your head extends. Notice your breath. Notice how you feel. Maybe warmth through your upper body and engagement, strength through your legs. Let your twist begin through the bottom of your feet and work its way up your legs. And if it feels good, you can let your hands hit your body as your twist makes its way up your spine. Maybe one hand hits your chest, the other hand hits your kidney adrenal line, knocking on the door of life. Center. Bring your hands to your hips. You're going to find some sumo wrestler stomps, very gentle, like the quietest, most graceful sumo wrestler that you can be. Squatting as you make your way from side to side, knowing that the slower you move, the more challenging this is, the more it becomes about balance, and the greater it encourages your internal force. Make your way into a squat. Let your toes point away from you. Bring your palms together. We're going to be like a fountain. Straightening your legs, reach up and let your arms come down. Squatting, bring your hands back into prayer. Straightening. Oh, you're a beautiful fountain, fountain hands. Stretch your front body as you move. Being willing to adjust how far apart your feet are from each other. Noticing your hands, having this coordinated effort between your upper body and lower body. It's quite something. Yeah, let your arms come down, step your feet closer together, shake out your hands, shake out your feet. Bring your hands to your dantian, the lower burner of the triple burners, your center of gravity, center of energy. Find a tall spine. Take a deep breath and let it go. We're going to gather chi, reaching one arm out, drawing in, move as though you're moving through gentle resistance, maybe turning slightly. Feel the atmosphere against your hands, those charged hands. The earth element feeling supported, feeling nourished, our ability to digest foodstuffs, thoughts, feelings. Now let your hands press down. We're going to shift your weight from side to side, stepping in place, cloud walking. Moving slowly as you did when you found your sumo wrestler, your very graceful sumo wrestler steps. Make your way back to center. Let your hands face up and your palms press out, pushing palms, pushing one hand, drawing it back in as the other hand presses out. The hands might kind of cross in front of your body. This is a wood element gong, wood, springtime, growth and planning, flexibility in our plans, and kindness, generosity, processing anger, frustration, as opposed to holding on to it. There's no need to hold on to the density of our emotional bodies. We can feel how we feel, acknowledge how we feel, release those charges. And in doing so, again, we just feel a bit more balanced and more clear, a little more clarity. Slow movements encourage your internal force. One more time, pressing out and let your hands come down. We're going to smooth things out again, cloud walking, lifting one foot and then the other. Sort of ring things out during the standing portion of our practice and also reconnect with the earth. Make your way back to center. Let your hands face your dantian. Sage lifts the earth. Before you begin to lift your hands, feel very rooted through the bottoms of your feet, reaching your arms out in front of you like you're hugging a tree, and then the palms turn, pressing upward and coming back down slowly. Moving slowly is quite challenging. The slower we move, the more we encourage that internal force and also patience within ourselves. Bringing your hands down like you're holding a tree, horse stance, kind of rounding through your hands. This is a meditative posture that is very challenging. Notice where your awareness goes. Notice how your mind starts to kind of scramble. Long will we do this for? What's going to happen next? What am I doing next? And just be aware. The more you're aware of that sensation, of your thoughts drifting, the more you can just bring it back to your breath. Take an exhale, relax. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, relax. Put your arms down. We're going to bring down the heavens 3 times, reaching up and slowly coming down. Grounding, feeling supported, gathering everything that is helpful and useful to you. And then once you finish, let your hands come to your dantian. Feel the warmth and gentle pressure of your hands, your feet pressing into the earth. Take a deep breath. Let it go. They come all the way down to the ground. Maybe you come through a squat. Maybe that is just ridiculous. And then you just come to a seat. There's nothing wrong with that. Coming to a squat if it feels good, a seat if it feels better. Bring your bum to the ground. Stretch your legs out and a pat up and down your legs. And then pause and just kind of notice how you feel. We're going to come into a chest opener, lying down. Having a blanket is important for this, and this is a wonderful counter stretch to how you might be when you're working on the computer or looking at your phone or doing anything else that you do like this, which you, I bet, do. I do. And so I'm going to take a blanket and I'm going to trifold it. You can do this with multiple blankets and find different ways, but what you're looking for is a support for your spine. And then the top of the blanket, for me, it's where the fringe is. I'm going to fold it under so that it's like a little pillow for my head. I have found this most simple way to encourage people to do this posture because it takes just one blanket and it's very gentle. If you have a second blanket, you could use it if you wanted to. You could roll it up for underneath of your knees. That can feel quite nice. And that's what I'm going to do. But I want to first make sure that as you're coming down, your sacrum is not on the blanket. You want it to hit at your lumbar spine. You can kind of lift your hips and push your buttocks away, kind of tilting your pelvis. Find a place that feels good and slowly come down. Adjust the support under your head so that it feels supported. You'll know when it does. You want your back of your neck to feel supported, especially. You want your shoulders off of the blanket. Your knees can stay bent with your feet on the ground in a supported relaxation posture and falling in towards each other. Or maybe you extend your legs long. Maybe you have a blanket under the backs of your knees that can be extra nourishing. And you wiggle around, make sure you feel comfortable. And then if you have glasses on, it's nice to remove them. We're not coming into final relaxation yet, but this is a good place to be to kind of rest, to allow for this counter stretch, opening your shoulders. Allow your eyes to soften, let your forehead relax, let your jaw relax, and then notice your breath. Feel the rise and fall of your belly. And breathe down into your low abdomen. Diaphragmatic breathing. It's like you're filling up your belly and then filling up your chest. And then as you exhale, you release from your chest, and then your belly falls down towards your spine. Take a deep breath and let it go. You're gonna roll to your side, remove the support from under your spine, and then come back to your back body. And that might mean that you are bringing your blanket under your head. You might have to open it up a little bit more. I have to open mine a little bit more to bring it under my shoulders. If you need to sit up to adjust things, roll to your side and sit up and make adjustments as it feels good to you. Having support under the back of your head is an excellent way to let your nervous system relax. Be generous with yourself. There's no reason not to take the extra time to allow for a little softness under the back of your head. Let your knees come into your chest and give them a squeeze. You can rock from side to side. Make any other movements that feel good to you right now. Maybe some circles of your hips. Maybe you bring your feet to the ground and let your knees windshield wipe from side to side while you're lying down. Whatever feels good to you to round out your practice, to find any additional stretches that might feel nice. And then it's nice to wiggle your body. Just wiggle your body. Let your feet either come to the ground with your knees falling in towards each other or extend your legs long. Let your hands rest on your body. That can feel nice to bring awareness to the palms of your hands. You did a lot to charge your hands during your practice, and now your hands are like breath magnets. And so closing your eyes, softening through the back of your neck and your shoulders, and just letting your body rest, letting your mind rest. And the more you are aware of your drifting thoughts and can bring them back to the present moment, the more helpful that is. You just do it continuously. You can do it until you've done it for, 40 to 60 years of practice. And, we do it until the day we die. It's a practice. There's no reason not to practice. Our practice helps us to, again, feel more balanced, to enjoy life more, to release the drama, to not get wrapped up in it when we, encounter others, and we can be more present for them. That's, I think, the biggest service that we can give to humanity is to care for ourselves and to feel more centered, not just for those you love that you're very close to, that you interact with, but for everybody. Continually bringing your awareness back to your exhalation and feeling your low abdomen fall towards your spine. You're welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. But if it's time to transition, begin to make small movements with your fingers and your toes, your wrists and ankles. And give yourself a full body stretch. Making your way to your side. And slowly pressing your way up to a seat. And as you arrive, rocking a little from side to side and front to back. Feel your tailbone sink into the earth as the crown of your head extends towards the heaven. And bring a hand to your heart and a hand to your belly and offer yourself kindness and compassion, peace and love. Namaste, friend. Thank you so much for your practice today. And I'll hit my stop record button.